minute, so we decided to come on and do a little live with you guys. So hello, everybody that's joining. I'm going to be making a chicken pot pie because I put up a like a poll earlier, and I wanted to see what you guys wanted to see, and it looks like the chicken pot pie won. So we're going to be making that today. It's really, really simple. This is like a go-to, especially during the week. I'm just using the rotisserie chicken from the store. You can obviously, make chicken breasts and shred it and all that, but if you're trying to save time and it's during the week and you're trying to come up with something quick, this is the best way to do it. So, what do you have there?
All right.
So we're just gonna shred. I just picked up a rotisserie chicken, like I said. They only had the breast there. If they had the whole thing, I probably would have picked up the whole chicken because I do like the dark meat on that. But since they only had this, we're just gonna shred it up and we're gonna just use that. So can you do that for me?
Yeah.
So while I start with this stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So in the pot over here, this is so cool. Now I get to see my hands here. All right, so
feedback.
I know if the feedback becomes too annoying, if you guys can let us know, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna work on getting it. Roberta could have done a little more research before we did any of this, but
whatever. He was like, hit up Crystal. My friend Crystal that's on here. She actually is the one that you guys should do this. You guys should do this. So anyway, so we're gonna start out with medium to high heat here. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of butter, unsalted butter, in here, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil too. Now mind you, this is what you want because you want it to become like a creamy base. All right, so we're going to let that melt.
And she goes, see, I know we've been off here for a while, but you keep moving the thing.
I moved that already?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even see me touching it. All right, so we're going to get that melting. You're shredding that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to use, so I already, to save time as well, I bought the onions, the carrots, and the celery already pre-cut for myself. If you have time on your hands, yes, cut it. But if they make it easy for you at the supermarket, just go for it. All right, so we have that melting.
You're darn right, Ken. I am blaming the cook.
All right, so what else? Now, in my chicken pot pie, I'm going to add corn. I'm also going to add some shiitake mushrooms just because I like that, and I feel like I want more flavor components in there. Because I feel like the corn gives a little bit of sweetness, which is really nice too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool camera. It
is, right? So it's melting. It's taking a little bit here, but we're working on it. I should have started this prior to, but we were having technical difficulties.
Hopefully we'll get that sorted out eventually.
I'm also going to need a garlic. All right. So if you're just going to make it just like it's just the four of us, obviously, if I have leftovers, it's great too because it can be in the fridge for up to 3 days. You can even freeze this if you want, which is nice. Okay. So this in here will probably be a small onion. You're probably looking at about 2 carrots and probably about 2 stalks of celery in this little container. So I'm just going to throw that in.
And if you're on my Facebook Live, it's better to go over to Instagram because you'll see.
You can see the overhead.
You'll see 2 views. You'll see her and then occasionally my face. Nobody wants to see that anyway. And, and the food. You get to see the angle.
The angle of the food. We have our pepper and we have our salt. We're going to season a little bit. Yeah, the little feedback's a little bit annoying, but I guess we'll get used to that. We'll figure that out. So just a little bit of salt, obviously to taste, and then a little bit of black pepper too. And we're just gonna break until it gets translucent, like the onions and all that. It shouldn't take that long, about like 3 to 4 minutes or so. And we're also gonna add a garlic in there too. You can skip the garlic. I know some people have allergies, some people don't like garlic, but in this household we love garlic. So.
How big are these things going to be?
I don't know. I don't know if I should make a really big one or individual one.
You never get wrong with leftovers.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to make one big one. But you can totally make like individual little pies if you have the little, little ramekins.
That's a ramekin.
Ramekins are those little I don't know how we would say it, those little porcelain bowls. So here you go. Starting to get a little bit of. Sorry, guys. We talked about this too.
Oh yeah, we knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Steamroll.
Hold on. It'll break it down. It's just because it's cooking up here. All right. That's might be annoying.
All right. How much of this am I doing?
The whole chicken.
Whole chicken.
Yep. So you're probably looking at
the background. Do something different.
what's that?
Yes. You're still getting echoes in the background on Facebook. This is why
Really?
I'm trying to get everybody to go over to Instagram because it's better there and you get both views. We have a third camera set up, so it's above.
It's above a steamy
the food.
pot right now, which I'm trying to keep. If anybody has any pointers on that, that would be great.
I think I know what it is. We have to figure out how to mute Instagram while you're on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you can because if you're split, why would you be doing that?
Yeah. So if anybody's joining on Instagram Live, I pinned below what we're making. We're making chicken pot pie, a very basic, simple recipe that you can do during the week or even on a weekend, really. I mean, you can entertain with this and you're not going to, it's going to come out looking nice and people will think that you spent all day making it. So, so we have a small onion, about 2 carrots, about 2 stalks of celery in there. I seasoned it with salt and pepper, so it's just getting like translucent right now. And I'm going to add 2 garlic cloves just because we love garlic here. I'm just going to mince that up right into the pot.
The garlic smells amazing.
Well, garlic and onions together, they're like best friends, you know? They just like to play together.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
So you finally decided to, get back on. You've been so busy.
I haven't been busy. I mean,
sarcastic.
Yeah, I mean, we've been, we did go away, which was really, really nice because we were stuck in the house for a while. And just getting back to the swing of things and trying to,
Oh, the holidays were.
Yeah.
So it's probably been, I think October was the last time we went on, right?
I think so. All right, so what I'm going to tell you guys here is with chicken stock, I usually like to heat mine up because I'm going to make like a roux out of it, and that's going to become our base. So I'm going to actually heat this up real quick. You never want to throw cold broth or stock, especially if you're using flour, into the pot. And I'll tell you why. It's because it will become like clumpy, and you'll have those huge clumps of like flour in your sauce, which isn't that good. So, all right, so I'm going to heat this up real quick. As you can see, this is all translucent. I have the onions in there. It smells fantastic. We're going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of flour into this. Mind you, this is going to go up really fast. I'm just trying to get
not catching me sneaking
pieces
a
of chicken
every once in a while.
Of chicken.
It's good.
Like I said, this is the easiest kind of chicken pot pie that you can make. Just use those things at the supermarket. They're available for you for a reason, especially during the week.
That's funny. I love chicken pot pie, but I didn't realize that getting the ones in the supermarket, the pre-made ones, I didn't realize
so
how
much
much
sodium and fat. And well, I mean, it's processed. That's the reason why they do those things, because they're frozen.
Yeah,
but there's some out there. There's some brands out there that aren't too bad. All right, so I'm going to take the flour here. Like I said, I'm going to add about 3 to 4, let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to break down the flour into the vegetables here. So what you're doing is you're kind of taking that floury taste away, that like starchy flavor. And it's going to actually start to smell like popcorn, really. That's what it starts to do.
It's making my mouth water.
Yeah.
Can't ask what we're going to drink.
I don't know yet.
I don't know.
Okay, so as you can see, it just coated all the vegetables nicely. Now, if I were to add cold water, cold broth, cold milk, anything into this, it would become clumpy. Clumpy or lumpy? Clumpy, lumpy.
Lumpy, lumpy.
All right, so now I have my broth here, and I'm going to start to slowly add it in. Now, you can also add a little bit of wine if you would like. And we're going to add, so we did about 3 to 4 tablespoons of flour. Sorry, I had to concentrate there for a minute. I didn't want to spill it all over the place. And then we're adding about 2 to 3 cups of broth. Now, as you can see, it's starting to thicken up already here. It gets that white consistency, and this is going to break down. Now, this is where where's my chicken?
Oh, you need the chicken now? I got a ton of chicken here.
All right, see how thick it got real quick? I'm going to add a little bit more because it is going into the oven too. So we're going to do about 3 to 4 cups of low sodium or no salt broth. I always like to do that just because, you know, you can pretty much control your salt intake. So now you're going to put the chicken in. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're probably looking at about 2 cups of chicken that we shredded here.
I got more.
Okay. Oh, so maybe more. That's perfect.
That's good. That's enough.
Yeah, we'll keep that little bit. Yep. All right. So now, as you can see, look. So now it becomes really, really thick. Now this is where you can add more broth. So this is kind of like an eyeballing thing. All right.
Chicken's good.
Yeah, that's a lot of chicken. Now I would even eat this just like this. It looks like soup. Now we're going to also take the peas and the corn, and we're going to add that to that. Okay. I'm going to add this in here. It's okay if it's cold.
For the rotisserie?
I don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
No?
All right.
If you're just joining on my Facebook, you get a better view of Roberta's Instagram or mine because we have the two camera view.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see us, and we're trying to. My Facebook's have an echo because of that, but you'll see the actual stuff. I can't even talk today. You know what it is? I don't have any wine.
All right. So as you can see, everything is added in here. So we have the onions, the carrots, the peas. I added corn. We never added my mushrooms. That was one of the things that I wanted to.
Need me to chop it up real quick?
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
See, now this is the thing. The mushrooms should have been done in the beginning.
Well.
You know?
It's all right. Well, it's going to bake, right?
Yeah, it bakes a little bit, but it's not, you know. I wanted to add this from the beginning just because I wanted to saute it and break it down a little bit.
That's my fault. I had them over here. I was supposed to cut them up, but...
You were too busy shredding the chicken?
Yeah, it took me too long.
That's what you get when the sous chef's not paying attention. I'm kidding.
I don't know you're not. She's not kidding. I don't know why she says she's kidding.
All right, so...
Are you using any of this?
Yes. If you can take some thyme off of there. All right.
My least favorite of the herbs.
So as you can see, it's really thick here, and I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream too. So this is going to be the filling. I like mushrooms. If you do not like mushrooms, you obviously do not need to put mushrooms in there.
I'm
going to lower this.
Obviously going to see it, but I dumped thyme all over the floor.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. You're putting me under pressure here.
Well, we haven't done this in a while, guys. It's been a minute.
A minute?
Yeah. Like I'll always put the recipe. So when you go to my Instagram, I'll have the full recipe on there. So I'm going to take about a 1/4 cup, maybe a little half of a cup of heavy cream.
That looks good under the...
And then this here.
Tara said she loves mushrooms. Looks awesome.
So now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do the fill, like how it's going to go in the dish. You can also do this if you have a skillet that can go into the oven. This can be a 1-pot thing. All right, that's perfect there with the thyme, Rick. Rick.
Alicia, what's that?
Can you just pour that in, the thyme?
Oh, that was enough? See,
Yeah.
I'm trying to see both things here. Alicia said it looks awesome.
Oh, good.
She likes a split screen.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to add thyme. You can add rosemary to this. You can add fresh oregano. The nice thing with pot pie is that you can really pretty much add anything to your taste. That's what's nice about this.
Did you want rosemary in that? I have rosemary.
No, that's fine. I like just thyme in this. I think rosemary is a little too much, but...
I love rosemary.
All right. So as you can see, it's nice and thick. That's what you want. You don't want a runny pot pie because then... I don't know, it becomes too runny when you go to serve it.
I'm going to try to bring my Facebook over because they don't get the secondary camera view. So I'm just going to try to...
Oh, you're just going to show them?
This is what we got going on. But
so now I have my oven at 400 degrees. It's already been preheating. I'm gonna take just a regular pie dish. If you have little ramekins, like I said, you can totally use those too and make little individual ones. So now I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna try to move this over here. I'll bring it back to you guys afterwards.
is this a?
Actually, you know what?
Would you say red or white wine for this?
That is a Riesling.
I know what that is.
Okay, what are you asking?
To have with it.
Oh, for this?
Yeah.
I mean, I would go with white probably.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna open the neighbor's wine to see how it is.
Okay.
Should have probably.
All right, so here's this, and I'm gonna pour it. Now I'm gonna try to move this over here.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
look at that! It even goes over smoothly.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Did I just speak too soon?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. We'll get it. Well, I can move.
There you go. Is that good, guys? Not really.
All right. Well, we'll get it.
All right. Just stay there. All right. So as you can see, I'm just gonna pour this in like this.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. You can see it enough.
I'm just gonna take this. Can you wait for that?
No.
All right, I'm smoothing this out here like this. Now, actually, there's even a little bit left over. You can even make another small little one with this.
Maybe just eat it with a spoon. That's exactly.
So this is perfect here. I'm going to show you guys this now. Can you wait for a minute?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can. Look,
All right.
Priorities here. I gotta get it open.
All right, so you can use puff pastry. You can use pie dough. You can use pizza dough. I think pizza dough is a little too thick. Some people have used that. I like to use pie dough just because I feel like it's a pot pie for a reason, right? So you're just going to take store-bought pie dough, and you're just going to roll it out. And just make sure it's like a good size, especially for that. If you're making little ones, you would put the ramekin on top of the dough, and then you would cut around it so it fits perfectly on top of it.
Mm.
All right. So now I'm just going to take this. You guys can see that. Okay. I'll show it to your Facebook in a minute. So now you don't have to go all crazy making little crimp. Like, you know, if you want to do it like old-fashioned way, it can go over the sides. Like this. So you do that. Now I'm actually, instead of egg wash, I'm just going to use a little bit of the heavy cream to go around it, and that's going to give it a nice golden color too, so you don't just have to use egg wash. You can use heavy cream too. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to brush it ever so lightly, like that. Now this is going to give it that golden crust. And then also you kind of want to work pretty quickly because the heat from the filling is going to start melting the pie dough.
I have a.
All right, so this is perfect like this. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
After you do that, you're going to do some little vents on the top here because if not, you don't want things to explode and make a huge mess in your oven. So yeah, like that.
How does it taste, Ben? It's good, and you know it's not even fully cooked yet. So
now I'm gonna take this to the other level. Something just popped into my head.
I was trying to say something, but I.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna
Now,
use.
will that work? Can we put?
That's
Can
what
we shred Parmesan on top?
That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna shred that.
I don't know. There.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
Call came in. So I'm gonna use Lugatelle on top of this. This is not traditional to use cheese on top, but I mean, why not, right?
I mean,
I think everything is better with cheese. So
most things.
really, most things. I think everything's good.
Cheese doesn't really go with fish all the time.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. But I don't judge people if they do that. All right, so we have the cheese on that. So when it melts, it's going to get like this nice crust on top. So I'm going to put it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes at 400 degrees. And then I'm going to lower the temperature to 350 and maybe give it another 5 minutes. So just double check to make sure your crust so it's like that. just so they can see. I don't know if they can see.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it looks like there. Another tip that I'm going to tell you guys is make sure you put a little baking dish underneath of this just in case it overflows on the side, which can happen too.
Like a pizza pan or something?
Like a pizza pan or a baking dish, like whatever
That's
underneath.
pretty big.
Yeah, because the thing is, it will start to boil inside and it can overflow and it can go and make a mess in your oven. So that's just a quick tip. So I'll put the recipe up on my Instagram, so all the steps will be there. If you guys ever have any questions, just let me know. Yeah. So
yeah, and I like the double camera. We'll get
I
the,
do. We'll get it working.
Get that working.
I mean, it was
next
kind
time.
of, you know, a little crazy today, but
it seems like only my Facebook is the only one getting the feedback, I think. So
okay. All right, guys. So thanks for joining. And Rick, would you be able to hit this one, that one, and that one?
At the same time, I don't know. All right.
I'm gonna put this in the oven.